Mike McDaniel looks bad. Just, whew, he looks rough. Hi, folks, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the D.Bell Sports Podcast. I'm your host, D.Bell. Today we're going to talk about a recap of Week 2. It's pretty crazy. All these backup quarterbacks now have to come in and all this stuff, and it's football. So the Cowboys. Oh boy, we win a close one against the Giants. So we're looking for some help. We got Jadeveon Clowney, pass rusher. Let's see what he can do. The Cowboys are kind of like on a low flame. We're kind of like we're the coals. We're the burning coals of the fire. And, that's good enough to cook a potato. You just put it under the coals for an hour or two and let it cook. But do we have that flame? Do we have that fiery passion to win a playoff game? I don't know. We need the fire. We need the heat to do something like that. Oh, maybe the greatest metaphor I've ever done on this show. Just saying. Oh, gosh. Good job to the Bills. Don't really need to talk about you or the Packers because you guys are dominating the conversation. Could there be a Bills-Packers Super Bowl? Absolutely. That could definitely be a possibility. The Packers, unfortunately, have Micah. So their defense has drastically improved. And with that second-year defensive coordinator, he's just getting better and better. He already has the experience in the playoffs, and now he wants to go deeper. He came from college. Now he's like, man, I'm doing great in the NFL. This could be my year. So I don't really need to talk about that. Chiefs. The Chiefs are one of the teams I root for in honor of my dad, who passed away right before they won a Super Bowl. But they're not looking so good. The Travis Kelce, he looks distracted. Maybe he is a bit distracted. I don't know what's going on in his personal life, of course, but maybe he is. But, 0-2 for the first time since 2014 and the first time overall in the Mahomes era. I want the Chiefs to do well. I want that competitiveness. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like the Bengals are going to be competing against them because Joe Burrow is out. But I have that written down later, so I'll just say that. Mahomes said, quote, being 0-2, there's more urgency than even last week, and I felt like we're very urgent last week, end quote. So he wants some urgency. Well, he needs some urgency because they're 0-2 for the first time, and it's starting to, the perception is that your Super Bowl era is closing, your era is over. You went to 2, you won. You went to another one, you lost, and now you're 0-2. So are you going to get worse with Travis Kelce? Maybe this being his last year, and you'll need a new tight end. So takes a while to get that rapport going, He's really good. Oh, yeah, Mike McDaniel. Dude, you look rough. Are you okay? Mike McDaniel, press conference, quote, to win games, you have to win the game, not lose the game, honestly. And that is how you lose the game. Boy, bruh, are you okay? I mean, what is that? He looks quite disheveled. He looks like he's gonna get fired. I mean, he looks like it's Tyreek Hill trades not doing it. I mean, what's gonna happen first? Tyreek Hill getting traded or Mike McDaniel being fired from the Miami Dolphins, who are 0-2? Man, it's killer to be 0-2. Cowboys are 1-1. 1-1. Thank God. We're 0-2. People will talk. I mean, it's not fun. And then, it just gets worse and worse and worse. You're 0-4, you're 0-5. Are you going to dig your way out? Ask some of these other teams who lost every game of the season. Didn't the Browns do that once? Just like, 0-16. Not fun. Okay? We started 4 different quarterbacks. That's not fun. I don't know if that's true. They're just, 0-2. No light at the end of that tunnel. No light at all. The Bengals, the perception is that they're quote-unquote done. Joe Burrow, it looks like he needs to be out for 3 months for a toe surgery, turf toe. So Jake Browning is going to come in. Now, he is a serviceable backup. A few years ago, he had to come in for Joe Burrow when he was injured, and he did all right. But against the Chiefs, he did not win, and I don't think they went to the playoffs. Let me see. Let me just confirm that. Jake Browning, I don't want to misspeak. It was either last year or the year before. Maybe it was last year. Let's check it out. No, it wasn't 24. It was 23. He went 4-3, so he did well, and that means his overall record is 4-3. He did have to come in and win the game when Joe Burrow was hurt, so that's something. That's good. But this will be his first start now. Yeah, so he'll have to start the games now. Oh boy, starting in week 3. So yeah, that's where they're at. Not doing so good on that. Now, Atlanta is solid. Atlanta is looking pretty good. Their defense has much improved. They're 1-1, which, hey, it's early. So they're going to have some good competitive games. Good competitive games going forward in their division. And just overall, it doesn't seem like anyone wants Kirk Cousins. Poor Kirk. You know, has been put in the situation where Jimmy Garoppolo was in. I don't need to look him up. I was like, what's his name? His name is Jimmy Garoppolo, and he was the backup, and he had to come in. I don't know. Michael Penix Jr. looks pretty good. I don't think he'll need to. I don't think any of the backups will need to come in. You never know. The backups they do have are Ben DiNucci, who started a game for the Cowboys a few years ago, was our backup / third string. Yeah, he was our third string, promoted to backup, promoted to starter, then lost his starting position. But yeah, he played against the Eagles and lost. And they also have Emory Jones, who spent 4 seasons at the University of Florida Go Gators. And I remember in that 21 season where he went 6-6. He did transfer to Arizona State and then to Cincinnati after that. But he did spend several seasons in Florida. He finally got to start in his 18, 19, 20, 21. So his 4th season there, he got to be the starter. So we'll see. I mean, we won't have to. We probably won't see him in action, but it's fun to see these quarterbacks like I'm aware of. Like, hey, I went there. I kind of remember him. You know, stuff like that. Now the Giants, we almost lost to them, but they still lost. They're 0-2. They're bad. They have They have too many quarterbacks. They don't have Aaron Rodgers. They have too many quarterbacks. Russell Wilson and all these people, and Jameis Winston and Jackson Dart, and they just have too many people who want to start games. Now, this was a close game. Their first game wasn't as good. I think they have that Aaron Rodgers versus Jets mentality because Russell Wilson came in slinging it. Our defense, of course, didn't help, giving Russell Wilson one of his best games. But, Jack and Russell Wilson have faced off about 4 times. Well, exactly 4 times, I believe. And before this game, Russ won 3 regular season games. Jack won a playoff game. So Russell Wilson definitely in his, in the last few years of his career, he'll be like, he'll want to play Jack. He'll want to win. It's like, I might have to play this guy one more time. I'm going to beat him. So he's with the Giants, so he might start one more time against us. Who knows? He might retire after this year. Who knows? But he certainly gave it his best shot. And when I reference Aaron Rodgers, he played against the Jets, his old team, and he really wanted to beat them. He didn't do well. The Steelers didn't do well this past week 2, but they won against the Jets. And Aaron Rodgers, oh boy, you could tell in that press conference, like, he wanted that win. So, he got it. Russ wanted it, but he didn't get it. Now, the Browns aren't doing so well. They're 0-2. Dylan Gabriel got to play a little bit. Joe Flacco, unfortunately, got destroyed by his former team. So, I'm sure that was emotional for him, It's like, hey, I won a Super Bowl with this team. Lamar Jackson was my backup. He came in, stuff like that. So, I wonder how much emotion is playing into stuff like that. The Bears. Oh, yes, I wrote about the Bears. Took extensive notes about the Bears. Yeah, that's what we think about the Bears right now. Who we play and this upcoming Sunday. Good. Bears are trash. We don't need to talk about them. Poor Ben Johnson, etc., etc. 49ers. Defense is pretty good, but their players are hurt. Brock Purdy is hurt. George Kittle is hurt. Mac Jones had to come in, win the game. Come in as in not come in because Brock Purdy was injured. He was the starter. Brock Purdy was already injured. So he started the game, and he won against the Saints, who are not looking too terrible, given their offseason woes and all that. So keep fighting, Saints. You have our old offensive coordinator as your head coach now. Have fun. Keep going. You're playing for pride. You're 0-2, but you're playing for pride. Chargers look pretty good. They look pretty great, actually. Justin Herbert looks good. It shows what you can do with good coaching. Now, Eagles are unfortunately good also, as well as the Commanders. They struggled against the Packers, but are also still good. So they're still good. I mean, I don't think they've declined too much from last year, but it's only a week going into week 3, so we'll find out. But this is our division. Let me put that up. This is our division. We need to do better. We're gonna need to overcome the Commanders and the Giants. Not the Giants. The Eagles. What am I talking about? So those are gonna be our two big ones, and we'll see what the Giants can do. I mean, they're fighting. That's good, but maybe you're fighting in quicksand and you can't get out. Maybe that's the kind of fighting you do. You're just struggling because you're stuck. That's a good metaphor too. Oh, I like it. Now, Philly 500 on a YouTube on a YouTube show featuring Mark Holmes as well. He said he did not like the Eagles' offense. It looks pretty rough. It looks pretty bad. They do have a new offensive coordinator, Kevin Patullo, who was their former passing game coordinator. This is for the Eagles. Now, Jalen Hurts, last game threw for only 101 yards, so that's not great. Rush for 15. Still beat the Chiefs. But, maybe he doesn't have to do too much. Their defense is good. Kept the Chiefs to 17 points. Saquon's still good. 88 yards and touchdown that last game. In our game, Jalen passed for, it looks like, 152 yards and was also the leading rusher. So, yeah, he kind of killed us with that, with his rushing too. But we'll see as the season progresses. Are they going to get better? Are they declining a bit from their Super Bowl win, and they're just not going to be as good? Playoffs, 1 and done, 2 and done. I mean, let's see. I don't know. We're just hoping to get into the playoffs. The Cowboys just want to get there, and we're trying to put these pieces back together after losing Micah. It's pretty rough. We don't want to have a lost season. That's what a lot of Cowboys fans thought after we traded Micah. Our season's lost. Now we have Jadeveon Clowney. We're down here. Maybe we'll get back up here a little bit. Micah brought us up to here. So what are we going to do? Our offense is better. It was here. Now it's here. George Pickens has improved our offense. So let's at least, look at that. But I do look forward to destroying the Bears on Sunday at 3:25 p.m. because they are not very good, as previously stated. Whew. I'm looking forward to that game, guys. I'm looking forward to that game. 2-1. I don't want what happened last season. We lose to the Saints horribly and all this stuff, and we crumble. I want to improve. I want to have a good season under Schottenheimer. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. But thank you to my Patreon members. Thank you to all my subscribers. I've added several, especially during my last stream. So thank you so much for that. And I'll try to stream this next game too. But of course, guys, as always, go Cowboys.